What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be updating you about a couple different things that I'm doing, really with this mentality of stability comes from multiple income streams. I'm trying to leverage my existing talents, the things I enjoy, and the information that I have access to really integrate this concept into my lifestyle. Okay? So there are two things I'm going to be talking to you about. One, I made a series of videos a while back on a platform called Card Bazaar, and this allows people to purchase gift cards, okay? And anytime somebody purchased through that link, I get 1% of that. And some of you guys watching this video have actually done that. And like, I have about $10 coming in every day from this 1% fee, right? And it's not stable, obviously, because right now it's 3 people who are really doing this and regularly using this service, right? And obviously this can change. These people could stop drop shipping. They could start using a different service. There's so many other things. But the point is, right now, I have a stream of gift cards. And I have to figure out how to turn that into money. Because right now, it's just gift cards. So that's one thing we're going to be talking about. And the other thing is another concept on YouTube. And I'm going to talk about that after because it's going to take a little bit longer and it's a bit more abstract. And I know most of you are more interested in like drop shipping and gift card related things. So let's get that out of the way first. Essentially, I had about $1,000 of gift cards and I needed to figure out how to monetize that, right? And because I'm honestly not interested in drop shipping anymore. Like drop shipping changed my life, but that doesn't mean that I have to do it my whole life. And personally, I want to look at other opportunities. And like in the future, once I've established more reliable cash flow, I absolutely do want to be drop shipping high ticket items. But at the moment, I don't really have access to that. But what I learned from all of that crap I went through and everything with my drop shipping experience is the best way to make money is really to just have a system where you sell super expensive items and you only need like a sale every other day or every other day and you earn hundreds of dollars per sale. Like the main reason that that's an opportunity is because so few people can actually do that. You need huge cash flow. You need to be able to handle the stress. You need to really know what you're doing. You know how to prevent a lot of dropshipping problems. Like that is where all the money's at. Those big sales are directly, exponentially way more profitable. And without like, as long as you have a good system, without that much work. And I am by no means encouraging all of you guys to go start selling huge quantity, like $1,000 products. I'm just saying that like I very much view that as something I absolutely should do when I have more regular cash flow in my life. Because right now, a lot of my income comes from a course about dropshipping, and dropshipping is an inherently unstable topic. So while it's true that because I'm in Nicaragua, I'm fine and everything's like I'm in a position where I have tons of time and I can work on everything, I need to continuously work on stuff to make sure I really have long-term stability. I've essentially got like 6 to 12 months where I can make things like really like I have that stability, and I'd never had that before. But it would be naive for me to think that, oh, I can just do nothing and it's going to stay that way. That's not how life works. Even if I was doing a lot of other things, life throws stuff at you. It changes everything. And you have to kind of prepare yourself for that to happen, because otherwise it just happens and you find yourself reflecting and looking back and being like, that's trippy. So here we go. That was a long rant. Sorry. I had to make a decision. $1,000. How do I quickly convert that into cash? And how do I track that properly? Because essentially, I want to make sure that I do this right. Because I'm using gift cards, if I'm not careful about this, then I could get in trouble in the long run, right? So what I have to do essentially is just make sure that I can document that I got the gift, where I got the gift cards from, and that I am claiming the whole sale as income and paying taxes on that. As long as I'm really completely paying taxes on everything that I earn through this conversion process, then I know I'm going to be fine. The problem would be if I try and use gift cards to like skimp out on paying my taxes. That would be when things would get cloudy, and in the future that could really come to haunt me, right? So I have to take all these things seriously, especially because things are earning money now, right? So I purchased $1,000 of Walmart cards, and that meant that I got like, well, I actually didn't purchase $1,000. I purchased like 600, right? And I had to figure out, okay, what do I want to buy with these gift cards? So because of these videos, right, I have a couple videos about Card Bazaar. I'm in a position where I basically get $10 of free Walmart gift cards per day. So how do I want to use that, right? And I'm trying to make sure that I move quite slowly now and think ahead and make sure that whenever possible, anything that I'm doing, I tie in multiple interests from life, right? So at this point, okay, I can buy stuff and resell it. I've done that in the past. I enjoy it. I can't do that right now because I'm in Nicaragua, but I have relationships with friends where I can ship them stuff and I can post it as long as they just send me photos. So all they do is send the photo and ship the item out. Whereas I'm basically their VA doing absolutely everything possible that someone could do from overseas, except I own the account and have the experience. So it's like a little bit different, right? It's kind of weird because friends in the States, and that most of the people doing this are in the States, not out of the States. So what I ended up doing was going to Mercari, because Mercari is the app that I will be selling the items on, because, as you guys know, I got banned on eBay. So I got to sell stuff somewhere else, or at least until I do a workaround. But anyway, you know, Mercari is my option right now. So what I did is I looked at video games, because these are things that I am very interested in, as you guys know, or some of you guys know. So what I did is I searched for, spelled correctly, a couple video games, right? And essentially what I'm trying to find is games that have sold for close to the price that I can purchase them from. It doesn't actually matter. Like, I could, in this situation, yeah, I may have $1,000 in gift cards or close to that, but that doesn't mean that it's not worth my time to quickly convert that into $800. I could actually lose money in this case, but I'm not actually losing money because the gift cards were free to me. So that's why it's a kind of really odd and interesting situation, right? So what I'm doing is taking those gift cards and finding games that I can purchase on Walmart that have sold for a similar and that are recent. Because essentially, from what I understand, I could sell, if I find items that are in high demand, I can sell them for the exact same price I buy them from on Walmart, and I should be able to actually sell them, because that would be preferable. Whereas obviously, okay, this sold at $35, right? But we can find situations, okay, that's 30, 32, 30, 30, 38, right? This one sold at 38. And when I looked before, there was one that sold at 40. But it looks like I'll probably have to reduce the price a bit to get them to sell. But I can buy them for like $40. So I was trying to find video games that Walmart has on sale that are normally $60, but are $40 now, and games that are high in demand, so recently came out. So the games that I purchased were like 8 copies of Red Dead Redemption 2. 32, oh my god. 2. So I purchased 4 copies of the Xbox version and 4 copies of the PS4 version. And then I also purchased, I think, Far Cry, the latest Far Cry, like 2 of them. New Dawn, yeah. So these are $40, also $40 games. Except this case, I purchased 1 Sony one and 1 Xbox one, so I didn't purchase 8. I wasn't as confident as Red Dead. I'm very confident that I could sell like 8 copies of Red Dead for $35 a piece, and that would sell. There's history on Mercari showing that. Whereas 40 is like more expensive than what we have. But on Mercari, generally, what you should do is post things for higher than you actually want them to sell, because the way Mercari works, every time you reduce the price, you get like refreshed in search results. So you should essentially start high and then just keep refreshing it, right? So you're lowering the price by 5% every time, but you started like 15% higher. Because then that makes people see, okay, this item is available, and then multiple people get to watch your item, and then they develop an interest in it or whatever, right? It gives it more time. Whereas if you were to just post the item for what you are expecting it to sell for, then if you use any of Mercari's marketing features, you're just drastically going to reduce your profitability. So now that I have experience with Mercari and I understand that the act of reducing the price re-pushes it, I purposefully am trying to post things for higher than I expect them to sell at, knowing that I'll be able to lower the price and market it that way, and it will be more likely to sell. Essentially, I know that this is going to sell at $35 because that's happened like 4 or 5 times. But the problem is that if I post it at $35, then I won't necessarily, like, I know that I can sell it at that, but maybe I can sell it for 40. If I post it for 35, I can't know that, right? And every time I try and use a marketing push, I'm going to post it low. It's going to go lower than the price that I know it can sell for. So ideally, I want it to be higher than the price that I know it can sell for. Try and sell it at that, and then just have it, if it doesn't sell in 3 days, then take it down. Oh yeah, it's relevant to you guys. Every 3 days, you do one of these promotions. And you have 2 choices on Mercari. You can either promote to everybody, which essentially just drops the price, or you can promote to individuals who have watched your item. And this gives them a temporary access to a new price that you can pick. You have more control over this temporary private promotion than you do of the overall promotion, because the overall promotion causes a permanent change in the listings price, right? You also can't do multi-quantity sales. So every time I sell one of these items, I have to post a new listing. Mercari is really made for like personal use. They directly state that you're not supposed to use it commercially. So like this, I'm reselling. You know, that could go against me. But at this point, like, I know it'll take a while. I'm not really worried about it. And I've sold items on Mercari. I've sold like 22 items, something like that. And you have to get a review in order to get your money back. Buyers have to review you. And if they don't within 3 days, then like they can't return the item or anything. It's interesting because it's similar to eBay, but also quite different. So we purchased all these video games. I got Far Cry. I also got, I think I bought Resident Evil 7 just because it's so cheap. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure I could sell some of this. Where is it? Yeah, 16 bucks. Look at that. Only $17. Take it. And Resident Evil 4 was such a good. Oh my god. Okay, so Resident Evil 2. What else did we get? Red Dead. Oh, Rocket League for the Switch. I was also trying to get like games for each platform, because I don't know. Alright, but yeah, so now you guys know what I'm doing. Yeah, I made YouTube videos on Card Bazaar, and now I get to buy games and turn them into money because of these videos that I made. Cool? Awesome. So now let's talk about the YouTube thing. Because I'm also starting to understand, hey, I've been thinking about this digital product thing in a really minuscule way. Like, courses are awesome, and I love courses, and I'm super glad to be teaching on Skillshare. But there's a lot more I can do with digital products. And I love YouTube. And I like the way that I run my YouTube channel, where I'm just myself, and my YouTube channel is me. I'm not trying to push it. I'm just uploading videos, showing you guys what I'm doing, what I'm thinking about, what I'm working on, all this stuff. Whatever I want, I can make videos on my YouTube channel. But what if I make other YouTube channels that have nothing necessarily to do with me? Where I'm, you know, maybe I'm using my voice, but if I really make these other YouTube channels where I'm focusing on monetization of these YouTube channels, because I don't really want to do that on my own YouTube channel, because that kind of gets in the way of my authenticity, and my, you know, I'm just gonna be myself to you guys, you know, but that also gets in the way of earning money, obviously, right? So if I make these other YouTube that's interesting, because it could have something to do with my core interests, which is YouTube. It's something I enjoy. I love making video, and also I have a competitive advantage of making video because I can just bleed videos. I can just write a list of concepts and make videos about it, and I can have 5 to 10 videos, and like that's absolutely doable. And I need to figure out, okay, how do I monetize this fact that I can create videos, right? So, one of the things that I realize is, man, like every freaking day I go to YouTube and I type like, oh, I don't know, video game music, something like this, and then I click on like one of these videos and I listen to it every day of my freaking life for the past 2 years, right? Some of these videos, okay, like this person, 19,000 subscribers. Okay, they don't get that many subscribers. That's actually a lot for a video game music channel because people don't really subscribe to them unless they're really good. But has 1.2 million views, right? And so I think Fruddle is actually an unmonetized channel. I'm not entirely sure. But I know there's enough of these channels that people are monetizing them, right? And this is just one example. I'll listen to like Zelda video game music. I'll search for like best video game music. I'll search for, oh, I love this one. The first song here. I think I can actually play it because it's so old. It doesn't really matter. One second. This song. I freaking love this song. I love this song so much. I'm trying to make it so its volume is really low. But you can still hear me talk because, you know, this is just a rambly me telling you what's going on. I'm not too concerned about it. My point here is, though, I expose myself to so much of this. I've listened to so much video game music that, like, I'll play a video game for the first time and I recognize the music even though I've never played the game before. And I think I can use that. Like, that might actually be something that I could monetize because, like, I can create so much content because of my history with YouTube and, like, my habits and my energy and the fact that I have so much time. So it's completely feasible for me to create a digital product that is actually a year's worth of pre-recorded and published videos that may have nothing to do with me, right? Like, and there's so many things I could do about this because what I'm realizing with YouTube is that you have to have one thing and stick to it, right? My YouTube channel is basically not growing because I am changing what I'm making videos about because I am actively not making, I'm not drop shipping anymore. You know, drop shipping is how I got my name, right? That's how I got noticed on YouTube. That's how I have a YouTube channel. I guess that's not entirely true because it's like the way I was doing it and the personality and the other things too, you know. But I understand also that there's a lot of people who follow my YouTube channel that shouldn't follow my YouTube channel. Like if someone's in my audience, obviously whoever you are listening to this right now, it's hugely unlikely that you're one of these people because you've made it this far into this video. What is this? This is, yeah, I've been talking for like 18 minutes, right? And I'm not teaching you anything specific. I'm just like telling you what's going on and what I'm doing, right? So whoever you are listening to me right now, you represent kind of like what I perceive as the core of my audience. These are the people who like understand that I'm making videos to just expose content and also to brainstorm and to share things with you guys and just show you how I am and what I'm doing. And at the same time, there are videos where I'm trying to teach things, but I'm not trying to fix anybody's problems. I'm not trying to be viewed as a person who's going to, like, figure everything out for you. I'm here to be an influence and to encourage you that you can do it. But that part's important. You, right? And I'm aware now that there's a lot of people. While it's true that I have 16,000 subscribers, a lot of those subscribers are people who perceive things about me that will lead to them being disappointed because that's not who I am, right? And that's kind of like what I've been going through YouTube-wise. But I'm understanding as well, there's this big takeaway that if you produce content that is predictable and solves a specific need, jeez, like, can grow so quickly. Like it's possible to make content in a way where you can get to 1,000 subs of growth a month and then get past that point like within a year. That's completely doable. I'm not talking about making something amazing and then it just like popping and it being millions of views. That I think that's something that can happen if you're in the regular act of making content, especially making different kinds of YouTube channels, right? But I'm really thinking a lot about this concept of this digital product being other YouTube channels, where I can document everything that I'm working on this channel. This is my core channel, the one that, like, if I have kids in the future, I want them to be able to see everything I struggled with. If they want to learn that, they can learn about my weakest point. They can learn anything about me, right? And that's a completely different philosophy than, like, I want to run a YouTube channel that earns money. Because it's like, while it is true that I earn money from this life, that's not the main reason I run a YouTube channel for my own name. Like, it is true that I'm trying to develop a brand, but that brand is like me being just bashedly and openly and unashamedly myself, right? So if I can make these other digital products, music channels, for example, be a way to go. And then there's also like how-to channels. And then there's also ASMR channels. Like, these are all like, holy shit, guys. They're all possibilities. Alright, guys. That's everything. Thanks for watching. See you next time.